Hey, what's up, ladies and gents? Welcome to a new review. Behind us is the new Volkswagen ID Buzz. It's the iconic van, finally fully electric. We're gonna take a look at its exterior interior details, so without further ado, let's just jump into the review. Here's the ID Buzz, fully electric van from Volkswagen, and I have to add, it looks really stylish and gorgeous in design. Now, this is gonna be the test version, test car, or test van in this case, that you can grab for a test if you're in Zagreb on the west side, Porsche Zagreb Jankomir. And this is a fully loaded spec. Now, 204 horsepower electric, has a 82 kilowatt hour battery, 77 is usable. Should give you realistic range around 330 350 kilometers, depending if it's colder or warmer. VLTP is something around 420-ish, I forgot from the top of my head. Charging speed is 11 kilowatts on AC and 175 on DC, 0 to 100 in 10.2 seconds. And you can find the rest of the technical details in the video description below. Now let's focus on the car itself. Here is the key. So you have the standard lock, unlock, open the cargo space, and you can open the sides. There is a little button you can press to extend the keychain or physical key in case you deplete your 12-volt battery. If I press here, you can see the turn signals at the bottom, mirrors unfold. So let's come a little bit closer. We have this gorgeous LED daytime running lights. Now at night they connect on the top. Now this part turns into turn signals, so you have them on the top and again at night connected. You can see the auto adjustment of the IQ. These are the matrix. You can also get standard just LED headlights with projectors. Now in this case, as mentioned, this illuminates around the lens part. You have the top lights, I'm assuming for fog lights. I haven't checked because the car doesn't have fog lights. At the bottom you can see the metallic color and then the white. So this white part top, at least part top of the body and the roof, is optional. So you have a few colors, this kind of green, orange, yellow, white and black, so you can combine that. You can also have the car in one color or dual color. Now stepping away from the car, it looks very gorgeous and I love the design, as I've mentioned. Now coming to the bottom part here, you can see there's air tunneling for better aerodynamics, and there's a big air intake there for battery management system, cooling, and AC inside the vehicle. There are parking sensors here and here in these black pieces. The radar is sticking out, it's at the bottom, it's not in the big badge on the top. I'm not sure if this is going to be practical. It gets icy sometimes. There's big holes here. It's prone to getting hit by rocks at winter. And well, the radiator has a little protection there, but still, and maybe you can strike a bird here, so that's going to be expensive to replace. Now, checking the top, I have the lane assist camera, light and rain sensor. There is a heater. I'm not really sure if you can see it at this light. The windshield is heated. Now, going around the car, it looks very stylish. I really love the way it looks, and I like this mouth. It feels very also sporty looking with this air intake. So IQ lights, again matrix. This part is just a mock-up, it's not illuminated. And over here you can see these are 235/55 R19 inch tires. They originally spec'd the car with the, I think 20 or 21, goes from 18 to I think 21, and they couldn't find the winter tires, so they've ordered special new alloys for the test car. So have that in mind. And these are actually hubcaps, and there's a silver alloy underneath, so also this is for just better aerodynamics. I didn't mention this, but you can see here there's a little plastic protection also going underneath and towards the rear of the vehicle all around. Now on the ID Buzz you have this A-pillar window, big side mirrors. Now if you touch from the inside, it also unlocks with the keyless entry. Handles you can touch from the inside or press there to lock. Now the inside here has a button. You can see you can press it, and then it's going to automatically going to slide. Driver position has the key cylinder there again for the 12 volt. Now the rear is tinted, so if I back up, you can see the whole van, and it looks very gorgeous. I really love the whole profile of the car. Now it is big and tall, boxy, but also very aerodynamic. It has these cool parts. These are just for styling. And over here you can see the rear is 255/30 R19. We have drum brakes in black. Looks like someone didn't actually put the hubcap properly there. Then you here have the apparently 360 sensors. On the rear they have this LED fog lights, and they've also added sensors there. And you can see the bottom diffuser and this unpainted plastic. Also for the license plates, there's a little 2 LED lights and a little camera with a washer nozzle. So wide lens 180 degrees for backing camera, and a little rubber button to open. ID.buzz and big Volkswagen badge. Now there also is a cargo version that's closed, so you have only the back and the right side opening. The left is closed if I'm not mistaken. Now over here, spoiler is extending. You can also see the shark fin on the top, and it has this for aerodynamics, big wiper on the rear. Now the lights here, IQ lights, when you have them on daytime running lights, only the exterior part is illuminated. When you turn on at night, the whole LED bar is connected. Now to open it up, of course, you can press underneath, or you can press here, and then if you hold, it opens up the cargo space. Let's check out the interior cargo space. So there is 1,121 liters in, I forgot from top of my head, 2,000 and a little bit more. I'm gonna type it down. Cargo volume, so that is very practical and super spacious. Now checking on the top, you have the electronic closing optional here, and opening, of course. There's a little strap in case you don't have it. There's 2 LED lights at the top and an emergency triangle. Now we have this shutter, so there's not press to roll. You have to pull it up, then let it slide in, so you can see that cargo space. Now there is an optional and fixated, it could be removed, shelf on the top. So you can see here there's springs, so you can access the cargo. So there are these, close this up, it's in a way. You get 2 of these. So these are the Volkswagen kind of bags. You can fold them flat. So you have the type 2 to Schuko and type 2 to type 2 for AC charging stations. There's some rubber mats as well, so you get 2 of those. You get little pouches for your charging cables, and over here we have a fire extinguisher mandatory in Croatia. Now this could be unscrewed, and then you can remove this. This one doesn't have the gas springs, so you cannot lift it up. Now there is an option to have a second row at the back, but in this case this is just 5-seater version. Now on the left you have a cold light. There is here towing hook. You have to push it up, it locks into position. There's of course your outlet there, and then by pulling it again, it just releases, and you have to push it in until it locks. So over here there's a little compartment. Now here you can find these, so you can fix it your cargo. So for example, I can do this for the fire extinguisher. You can do that, and here there's another one. So that is nicely tucked in. Maybe it's heavy, so it's not gonna be that much fixated, so I can just return it back where it was. Here is flat, so you can also have this without the bed. Now there's a speaker here. This is soft in case you have the seats on the back. There's a little ID buzz there. And over there, there's a cup holder. On the top, also another speaker, little area there. I think you can have USB-Cs right there as an option. There's also a little space there, and a cup holder there on the other side. Same. Without the light, on the right side you have the 12-volt outlet, and you have this practical grocery hook. Same here, a little bit shorter, and ID buzz. Now, let's close this up. Now, interesting, they've decided to use the black shade instead of the white tone. And you can see you can have two of those to put a net in case you have cargo or pets. And there are touch lights on the back, but we're gonna come inside to check that out. Now you can see once again the car with a little bit less sun. And here is your charging port. It's nice and big, so you have the AC for slow charging, and then combine CCS 2 for DC fast charging. You can tuck that there. Now, really not sure why is this something Volkswagen uses, because there's really no need to have that cover. And then once again, checking the car now with no sun. You can see how that looks. Very gorgeous and stylish van. This is definitely going to be a head turner on the road, if you ask me. Now, since I always come from this side, I'm going to show it from this side. So you can press here, and then it automatically opens. So this is an option for electronic opening, or you can have just manual opening. Now, checking the seals here, there's good seals on the outside, on the inside, and this is the entrance plastic. But look at here, ID buzz. Now, checking the seats, you can see that the seats can tilt and be in an upright position. There is an option for both benches to slide back and forward. There are isofix points there. So we have cloth, a leather, and then some sort of Alcantara-ish material. This is rubberized cover. That's the isofix logo. And of course you can adjust the headrest. But if you push this up, you can knock down this one. So I just have to lower this. There. And then it pushes down, it locks into position, and then it's completely flat. So this is very practical because of this. You can put a mattress here and sleep in your car if you're camping. That's pretty cool. You can see that there, as mentioned, and you can see the cargo space from this angle. Push this up. There is on the rear also an option. Now, if I slide this, you can see how much it could go on the front. And you can see here, there's this foam, but it has here anchors that's supposed to clip in here, and a little like a thing that sticks on. I forgot the English word. So you can potentially remove that if you want. You can also see the space there. So I'm gonna jump inside. Over here you have this rubber to grab on, like a little strap. You have a hook there, adjustable seat belts on the front with this option, so you can adjust where you want the height of the buckle. Now there's a little button here, you press, automatically closes. So there we go. Now this is necessarily not something mandatory to have, but it is practical. Maybe not practical if it breaks down. Now this is soft. You can lean here, speaker there. These are blanks. Maybe there's electronic option for the seats on the back as well. USB-C, little pocket there. At the bottom, bigger pockets, and another speaker there. So plenty of feet room despite this is an electric car. The seat is taller, so you're not really in a squat position as much. And over here you have a little press down, open up, big space there. I'm sorry the sun is hitting. You can see it now better. So there is a rubber mat inside, so you can slide this back and forward. So press down and pull. Now this could be removed, but I'm going to show it to you from the front. We have the sun back. So on the back seats you have this pockets, and you also have this for a tablet. And then underneath there is a thing you press, so you can have it as a little dining table, little cup holder there. So there's this mechanism to push it in or out. Seats are nice and big. Another view, so excellent overview to the rear. Seems there is some sort of opening there. Not sure those are some sort of air vents or mics. There are lights on the back. Here the frame illuminates when you touch them, they turn on, but it's on automatic. Then they turn on. Actually I've put them to LED on for the filming. Beautiful front. It reminds you of the ID3 and 4. So also looks very nice with this light interior, so you can choose black, gray, and this white interior. This definitely opens up the space and looks very spacious. Now headspace, I can straighten up my back. My head is very practical for a 2-meter tall person or 6.6 feet. Now if I lean backwards, it's also very comfortable here. So if you're also taxiing, if you have this as a shuttle bus, that's probably going to be an option, because you spend less fuel if you're charging, especially if you can charge at home. Now let's get to the front. Now you can pull here or maybe press here. So yeah, definitely this is the, you can stop it or just let it continue. And from the inside you can just press it like that. Again, you can cancel it if you want anytime. So from the outside we just again press, close this up. It's also very nice and slow and not too loud. Let's get to the front. Now we have the beautiful Volkswagen signature in the B pillar. You see the handles and very good opening and closing sound we're used in Volkswagen. Now the front doors open fairly wide. Checking the top seals, so good sealing, good soundproof in Volkswagen. You have the interior seal. Nothing on the outside though. Now here is the tire pressure. I'm going to tell the camera. You can pause here and read. So 18 to 20 inch. Check your tire pressure. Usually on the rear you have to have a higher tire pressure in case of avoiding high speeds like an animal or anything on the road. Full light that flashes when the car is locked. You can also see blind spot warning there. I didn't see that because the mirror is black, so you do have the blind spot warning in this model. So left or right, when it's middle it's not illuminated. Shortcut for the mirrors, and there is a heating option, so interesting. There's a heater, but there's not a little foil on the edge of the mirror, so that's why I thought there wasn't an option for that. Powered windows, in this case only for the front doors. Now this is nice and sturdy. It is plastic, but also this has a purpose. This is all hard plastic on the back, but this is for weight reduction, so it gives you more range. Nice big handles. Now you can open or close the cargo from the driver position. There are 2 speakers there, and there's a rubber mat here. You can actually remove this if you want to. And then big pockets here for water bottles and so on. This is plastic doorstep. I also added some covers there, and you can see the pause and play and dead pedal. I'm gonna pop the front, or the trunk in this case. There's no front, spoiler alert. And you can see also here there's nice and flat space, no transmission tunnel. And you can see here back and forward, up and down for the seat area, for the whole seat, excuse me, for the knee area, and then for the whole seat. Tilt and lumbar, in and out, up and down. And you can have 2 memory positions, and there is some sort of massage option there. Now, there is no storage room, but you can potentially put something there, but no pockets. You can see a brand new ID buzz, and the leather is already darkened, so maybe put some protection on the seats, but they look beautiful. You have this perforated ID there, and of course you can press here to raise or lower the headrest. Over here we have the automatic lights, so you can press that to change. Have the max blow in the front defrost, rear and front fog lights, still the rubber here maybe for remote. Of course, steering column is manual, and a view at the top there. I'm gonna jump inside, so it's very easy and practical to get in here since it's tall. Good closing sound and good soundproof. Now I'm gonna switch to wide lens, and I'm finally filming with my new iPhone 14 Pro, so it should have a little bit sharper resolution wide lens camera. So you can see very nice and tall. You have big windows, big windshield, window in the A-pillar, good overview for your side mirrors, as you can see, and I love it. I gotta say, this looks really comfy and stylish. Now let's zoom back in. Oops, a little bit new with the camera, so you have to forgive me. So new camera has an extra zoom option, so I missed it there. But continuing on, checking the steering wheel, it has a nice texture to it, and it's nice and thick. Has this little extending parts, flat bottom, but we already saw this. This is rubberized horn there, and then we have this capacitive buttons. Now Volkswagen said that they've kind of missed this, and that they're going to return to physical buttons hopefully soon. And over here you can see the stitching. Now I would recommend putting some sort of impregnation on the leather to protect it from your natural oils coming from hands, so your sweat, not to make it all dark. Continuing on, we have imitation of wood. This is on the touch just smooth, there's no texture to it, but it looks nice. You have some gray, so this is all plastic, and you have here air vents. Now this hard plastics, everything is hard plastic. There's a speaker in the beginning of the A-pillar. There is a air vent there, and there is a big speaker there, another air vent. Over there, not sure if you can see anything, maybe you can store something there. We have the IQ light bar there, you probably can't see it at this moment. And again, for the dash, this is rubberized, so you can put some stuff here. There are practical spaces here. You can open here the big glove compartment, slowly opening. This is the classical Volkswagen tray. There you have room for coins, business cards. Remove the pen, and then you got the readme ID buzz, I guess like a manual and a service book there. Gonna return that there, and I believe, yeah, there is the airbag option there. So you can see here from the passenger side, instead of the button to open the rear, there is a USB-C, and look at that, there's a little wink there. Can you see that? That's a cool detail. Below the screen there are air vents. Now you already know the screen, I believe. White bezel. So you have the sliders, and for the AC and the volume, button for on and off, park, climate control, shortcut, hazards assist, and driving modes. Now over here you have the buttons to open the doors. You can see that, and you can close them up. So that's the practical part with those if you're using this as a shuttle. You can also press off, so that disables that. And over here, again, you press inside. There is this 2 adjustable cup holders, and there's a nice rubber mat there at the bottom. There is a little space here, but not really intended to put anything there. All carpet there. Now you have those carpets that are fixated. You can also have rubber mats. Now regarding the seat, you have this armrests. You can press here, and then you can adjust the angle. Now there's another one there, so you can see that. You can adjust all of that. So you can see for the passenger can relax. It's very practical. And driver has the same, so on both ends there are those. Now this is sort of like a middle bridge. Actually, it's not connecting that, so this is actually just a key they left there. And of course, I forgot to mention, you can extend these, so you can see that, but watch not to get food crumbles there. Now we have this, and this is interesting also. On the same principle as on the rear, we have the opening tray here. This is a little bit just like a small space that goes inside. The exterior part once again extends. You can see that from another angle. But what is cool, you have this button here, you press it down, and then you can actually remove this and store it on the back. So this is like a mobile fridge, maybe. So let me just see if I can put this back. Yeah, it clips back on. I think it's only one position. And over here we have this smart features from Volkswagen. So there's a bottle cap opener. You can pop the bottle or the cap in the bottle, and you have this little ice scraper. So I guess they learned something from Skoda. And there's this rubber mat that you can of course remove, and also these act as dividers, so you can maybe possibly put a drink here, like a soda or similar. Yeah. You're greeted first time with this. I haven't switched it to English yet, but I will, so no worries. And checking the back, you have the mirror. It's a good overview. Nice big tall window in the rear. There is a little film here, so auto dimming, seems automatic. On the top you have the lights. You can switch them off when the doors are open. Road assistance, I guess. And over here you have a little physical button behind this cover for emergency call there. Now over here you have the documents holder and a mirror. I think the light should turn on when the car is on. It's currently off, and you can turn that off. Now let me see if this extends. There's a whole area here not covered, and it does not. Now there's my Tesla on the front end. It has extension on the top, so I think Volkswagen should add this potentially. And on the front you have the handles slowly closing. Now the front headspace, you can see plenty of headroom. And now there is still a start-stop engine. They're borrowing the button, but start-stop for the electric motor. And there's a little rubber mat here and 2 USB-Cs that are kind of hidden. Now, if I press, once again, press and hold, you can see the infotainment there and the virtual cockpit with the illumination of the steering wheel. Now, benefit of electric car, you can connect with this car via your app, and then you can turn on the AC in the summer. It's nice and cool. In the winter you can turn on the heating and preconditioning of the car. Now I've missed this, but you have a new stock here for your rear wiper, front wipers. There is washing. And then they've added here the park reverse neutral drive. So you have here park, and then you have the turn command for the neutral reverse. So there's your reverse camera, and P for park. There is a brake option. Now when I turn on, you can see the IQ light. So if you turn it on, you can see how it turns on. So the camera resolution is a bit blurry, but the screen resolution is excellent. There we go. Now you can see the screen here. Now Volkswagen with the new software update shows the battery percentage and the range and the odometer. So if you press the brake, you can see here your average power consumption. You can see speed limits, how much power or recuperation you're using. You can also control here for B for more recuperation there. And over here you can switch views to the lane assist radar or trip. There's also navigation when you punch in the address, and you can play with the cruise control there. Now I'm gonna put it back to park. Now for the lights, you should keep them on automatic, but you can play here, have the only position daytime running lights, and you can have the main lights on, but you should leave those on automatic. Now I keep hitting the mode, but it turns on the front defrost, so it is a little bit sensitive. You should keep your lights on automatic, and then it says here automatic, so don't drive with your daytime running lights at night. Now let's show you here. So I'm gonna quickly switch to from Croatian to English. So so this is in English. You have the home menu, this side. You can see your power consumption, shortcuts, radio media, and your navigation. You have your battery options there. So charging, it's going to show you the range and percentage. Now you can adjust the charging level. You can memorize your home position, battery care mode. So this is also like the ID3 and 4. If you're leaving your car for a longer period, you should not charge it 100%. You should leave it at 80 and then not degrade your battery too much. Okay, I'm not gonna go through this. Anyways, you can go to the maps here, or you have the smaller map. You can have full screen map. You have your charging stations. You have here day and night. Let me show you the night. It also looks very nice, but you just leave it on automatic. And then over here you have the charging stations. So you have here basic functions, learn user pattern, navigation announcements, you can play with that, and then route guidance. And then of course you can do a search here. So you have last used, favorites. So this is completely new car, so there's no, and then you have the keyboard there. I wish the space was in the middle perhaps, but it is what it is. That's the home button. There are 4 notifications. So this is a pull down menu from the top. You pull down, you can delete those, and then here you have the audio on and off. You have the home for the navigation announcements. You have the theme. You can change here from dark to white. Now this is the bright theme, but also matches the interior quite nicely. I'm gonna keep it on dark. And then you have the profiles, guests, if it's a family or company car, multiple drivers, and so on. You share with Volkswagen usage information. Now only when the passenger is not sitting, then you have the side on the economy. So there's a pressure sensor under the seat, so the car knows if there's a driver or passenger inside. When you sit inside, you press the brake, and then you have to use the little start button. I wish Volkswagen actually removes this and like Volvo and Tesla, when you sit down, you press the brake, you can put the car into the drive and just head out. Now over here, if you press, there's a clock. There are a few of them, 4. So you can have a digital or this nice face watches. Okay, and just to wrap it up here, you can press the icons. You can connect your phone, radio, media, vehicle. So in this case, you have the service, tire pressure. This is the odometer, total distance covered, or you can press the zeros here to reset it. This is your trip computer. And here you have the wipers position and inspection only in a certain amount of times. Now these alloys were the original ones, but as I mentioned, they've swapped them. You have the long-term and since charge, but the car is brand new, is just reparked. So there you go. Of course, you can use your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or Mirror Link. This is another shortcut for the battery and so on. Sound, so you can here play with bass, middle, treble. Now you can also focus the sound where you want, or you can center it. Volume options, settings, you can have this. So some people like that, they can hear feedback when they've pressed something. And you have the background lights. So you have this, not sure why it's unavailable, but there are themes and individual. You can play with the colors, so you can have dual tone, or you can combine that, and you can change the colors. For whatever reason, they're not working at the moment. And stationary aircon, you can decide if you want the temperature, automatic window heating. This is for departure if you're commuting to work. So you can have the AC working when this vehicle is unlocked. So that is also practical if you just stopped, you went to the store, but you left your, I don't know, friend or I suppose inside the car, so you don't want them to freeze because the AC turns off. If you don't lock the car, it's running, and then you can of course lock the car if you're not inside, and just it's going to shut off. And driver assistance, ignition is on, but let me just check here. Oh, there we go. You can see here all the safety features, driver alert monitor system, pulling to the side if the driver falls asleep, radar, lane assist, side cross traffic, speed limit, and so on. Now let me see the background colors. Now I think that's the case. So it is still not that dark, so I can't see the colors at the moment, but I guess you can play with the colors, and then it changes the mood of the background. You can also have this. So unfortunately it is not dark enough. So you can see that the colors of the background here are tied to the background colors. So you can also choose of that. You can have the individual setup, and you can have it automatic tied to the driving function, or you can turn it off. Now I'm just gonna leave it as it was. Now there were driving modes. If you go here, comfort, eco. Eco kind of reduces your power. Sport and individual. You can customize the individual, so you have the that and that. So comfort or sport, and of course all of those. I think we've covered everything. You have additional apps you can purchase, and then here settings for screen date and time, and so on. So that was about it. I'm thinking we've missed something because of the car wasn't turned on, but I guess let me just see here for a moment. Have I missed something? Okay, here, yeah. So when you turn on the car, you have here the cockpit. You can reset the trip meter. So vehicle. You have here comfort lights. This is your leaving, coming home. There are taillights, 2 animations, 3 actually. I'm not gonna go through those, but you have the mirrors, synchronized adjustment, lower and reverse gear, all the good stuff. Headlights, so this is for the matrix option. And you have the mirrors that I showed you. This is the exterior. And then service position, you can see the wipers are going opposite of one of each other. And then here you have the wipers rear on, automatic in rain. Central locking options, unlock vehicle when approaching, why not? Windows. So you can hold the key on lock, and then after a few seconds it starts lowering the windows. You can release it to pause the window height, or just hold it until it goes all the way down, and vice versa for raising the windows. Brakes. Easy open. Oh, okay, so I guess you can wave with your foot underneath to open it up. I didn't realize that. And that's it. So headlights, service position, wipers. Now the interior, ID lights. So let me see if I can increase the brightness. So that's for the top light. Basic. So pulse setting, standby charging, and so on. Navigation. So it tells you what to turn. Seats. Easy entry for the driver and passenger. And here are the same things that I showed you before. So that's about it. I think I'm gonna wrap it here. So don't forget to switch off the car. And then you get this goodbye message. And here you can play with the air condition, air. Actually, one more thing, not to forget. So for the climate here, you have the automatic climate, low, medium, high. You have the heated steering wheel. You have the smart climate with all these options. You have the classical, and then air care, which filters the air from the inside the cabin. And there's also this automatic seat heaters and steering wheel. You can switch off the AC on the top, and then here you can play with the AC. You can sync, and you have the heated seats there. You have the sliders for the temperature. So that's it. And here's the volume. So let me just here switch back to a radio station maybe. Radio, I haven't showed you this, but let's see here. Okay, commercials. Let me see if I can find something for the non-domestic music. Trying to find a station that I do know, but I don't see it on the list. Let's try this one. Can you see what I'm... So I think the music's okay. Oh, this is the one I wanted to show. So a little more. So the bass is nice, but I don't think these are upgraded. I think these are just standard speakers. Seems okay. Also, the soundproof inside the car is very good. I'm gonna wrap it here because I can be super long. So, thing with the electric car is you don't know when it's off. When you see goodbye message, you know you turned it off. Let's exit, and I think it would automatically switch off, but I review a lot of cars, so I just wasn't sitting in Volkswagen electric for sometimes, so got confused for a moment. To show you the engine, it's supposed to be engine bay, but it's electric motor bay, if we can call it that way. You can see here, this is the washer fluid option and coolant, nothing here. So there's a little strap holding this, so you just push it in. This is a rear wheel drive as mentioned, so you can see now the car, and you can see the headlights turn on. There's a little gimmick for the IQ lights height. So once again, you can see how that looks. It looks very gorgeous, if you ask me. And on the back, you can see the lights have this gimmick when turning on, and then when you turn them off. There's 3 of them, but I haven't really wanted to show you all of them. That's it. So everyone, thank you for watching. Be a cool person. Like the video, help me grow the channel. Leave a comment below, how do you like the ID Buzz? I think it's a very cool van. It's fully electric, and I'm hoping I'm going to see you in the next one. Bye.